Hi Field School. So today I'm at Roselle Park. And the reason why I'm at Roselle Park is because this entire week and last week we've been studying birds. So I thought we'd take a little tour of Roselle Park and try to explore some of the habitat that the birds like around here and also try to spot some birds. Roselle Park is a unique park in itself where there is, this is in the top 4 of all birding parks in the city of Grand Rapids, which means that there's a lot of different varieties of birds. In fact, there are, I believe, 182 different species of birds that have been identified in this area. So today, like I said, we're going to just take a walk and we're going to explore some of this area. We're going to explore the grasslands, the woods, the Grand River, and the water system around here. And then specifically, we are going to look for raptors, or birds of prey. All right, so we're going to talk about raptors, or birds of prey, a little bit. And right now we're down by the Grand River in Roselle Park, which is a perfect spot to locate some birds of prey, such as bald eagles frequent this area. There's also ospreys around. You can see turkey vultures flying around. And I'm sure in these woods, if you came out at night, you'd hear some owls. But how do you know, or how can you tell what a raptor is by looking in the air? That's always a tricky part, because when you're looking up into the sky, a lot of the birds look the same, basically. So here's some good, helpful hints, clues when you're looking for raptors in the sky. All right. So how to start identifying? How big is it? Sizes are difficult to determine at a distance, but it can help. Sizes range from eagles with 8-foot wingspans to small falcons with a 20-inch wingspan. So think about that, 8 inches. This is 6 inches right here, basically, or 6 feet right here. All right. So if you think a bald eagle is 8 feet, it's quite a bit larger than this, which is a huge bird. So what shape are the wings? Different groups of birds have different shaped wings. Falcons have pointed wings. Hawks have short, rounded wings. And some of the hawks also have long, broad wings. And then you look at their tail. How long is their tail? Hawks and falcons have longer tails than a few of the other hawks, such as red-tailed hawks. Another important factor to consider when you're trying to identify raptors in the sky is how does it flap its wings. So study the wing beats. Okay, when a bird is flying through the air, how are they beating their wings? Larger birds tend to flap slower than smaller birds. So if you take a bald eagle flying through the air, their wings are going to be flapping much slower than a small bird. And then what patterns and colors do you see? Most raptors are made up of brown and gray colors, but some have distinctive contrasting markings, and in some cases, very distinctive colors. Take notice of these contrasting marks. So one bird that I always point out that's really easy to identify from others are vultures. Vultures have 2 ways to identify. One is the shape and color that you get from their wings when you're looking straight up in the sky. And what you see is a solid black and a band of white, and it's 2 separate color markings. The other thing that you notice from vultures is when they're flying through the air, vultures fly with their wingtips up, which means what happens when they're flying with their wingtips up is that they catch a lot of the current in the air, the wind drafts, and it makes them look awkward flying in the air. So they're always look off balance when they're flying. That is definitely one way to identify a turkey vulture. All right, so now we're going to talk about bald eagles, which is Mr. Rich's favorite bird of prey. I did a little bit of research, found some interesting facts that I want to share with all of you that I think that you're going to enjoy. The first one is our the bald eagle is our national bird. In 1782, it was designated the national bird because of its majestic and strength qualities. Eagles have two centers of focus, which means when they are seen, they see both in front of them and at the side at the same exact time. So this gives them a huge advantage while hunting for prey. When they're hunting for prey and they're flying through the sky and they start to dive down for their prey, they go up to 100 miles per hour diving to catch their prey, which is pretty incredible. Eagle's nest. An eagle's nest is enormous. And each year they come back to their same nest and add to it year after year after year. So essentially it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. A typical eagle nest, when they're finished their first year, is 5 to 6 feet wide and 2 to 4 feet deep. Now the largest eagle's nest that has been recorded was somewhere down in Florida, and it was 9 feet 6 inches wide, 20 feet deep, and weighed 4,409 pounds. Try to imagine that. That all of us at field school could probably fit in the size of that eagle's nest. So that's a little bit about my favorite bird. A little fun facts about the American bald eagle. And the American bald eagle can be found all over the place. In fact, in 1972, the bald eagle was on the endangered species list, believe it or not. So that means that there is very few bald eagles. Now today, they've had a remarkable comeback, and today you can see them all over the place. You can see them walking around through town. You can see them at East Field School in the field. We've seen a couple there. You can also see them a lot of times along river corridors like the Grand River. And one area that you can definitely see eagles is at Millennium Park, where Mr. Fennick has shared with us that there is a huge eagle's nest, there's 2 adult eagles, and some chicks. Okay, Field School, I hope you liked your mini lesson on birds and where you can find birds and your raptor identification. So we'll look forward to sharing the weekend challenge with you, and I hope you all enjoy your weekend. Have a great rest of your week.